or a confidential informant, then they have to sell this substance, refer to it, whatever legal drug they thought they were using. They can sell pills of all sorts, marijuana, their assets, their family members can help them. Well, when these individuals are being investigated by law enforcement, or when they're being set up, or whenever this is happening, they're using a biometric computer program. The Biometric Center of Excellence is located in West Virginia or Virginia. This program goes from the computer to a satellite. From that satellite, it attaches to every single part of a human being's brain. Now, it's not only used for this reason, it's used for our, every member of military or officers or, public officials. As someone that's very, important, they use it to watch over them, to protect them. But what we need to know is this is the technology the Lord is talking about. We've become really strong, and our government has become really strong. And it can even seem overpowering spiritually where we're connected as brothers and sisters in Christ, where you hear it so loudly when they are amongst someone. And this technology, when it connects to every single part of the human being's brain, they watch our memories on a computer screen with video, with audio, our whole entire lives, our facial recognition, our fingerprints, all of this. When God, He's God. He knows everything about us, and He's the only one that should. This is the same program that was used to clone an animal, to break DNA. Our scientist for the United States is the first one that he was the first one to break DNA and clone an animal. He could actually produce a human being, as we all know that scientifically a DNA is what we are defined of. But we all know it's much bigger than that, and our Father is the only creator, and we need to protect Him, and we need to protect each other. This technology causes tumors on the brain. It causes non-active cancer cells to be active. It definitely causes brain damage. You can read it on their website. You can read it under Homeland Security, or go to the Biometric Center of Excellence. I hope that you will help me share with others and protect each other and protect God's children. And when these individuals get caught with this substance, I pray that, they are told immediately, because God's crying. We are not growing, we're not maturing like we're supposed to, because billions upon billions are serving men of authority in that manner. And so therefore, if they are sentenced to 10 years and it's in increments of every 2 years, and they're on the street selling that substance, referring to it, selling vitamin B, referring to it for whatever illegal drug they thought they were using, well, in a 10-year sentence in increments every 2 years, and they sell pills of all sorts, marijuana, their assets, their family members can help them. This is in order to pay off this very huge fine, in which doesn't allow much room for them to support their families or to even continue to grow in a healthy manner. And on a 10-year sentence in increments every 2 years, that's 20 years. Memories aren't being made. Like that pocket watch is passed down from your grandfather to your dad, to your little brother. And along with those memories comes knowledge. Just like that china dishes in the stories. At the same time, knowledge comes with those memories, and that's how we continue to grow individually as a whole in the world today. And our Father, He is scared. He's hurt. Feels disrespected. He said even if we ask of Him, He should always answer us. And He's a perfect God, a righteous God, a mighty God. He's given us all in the world. He said that when I asked Him about making Himself stronger so that, when I said, why, He said, we would almost become as strong as He has, or He is. And He said, no, He wouldn't. And He said that, and I said, well, take some of ours away. So, take some of this strength, take some of this computer strength, take some of this strength from us away. And it's not, He should be the only one that's strong over His children and our Father's congregation, where we're all spiritually connected as brothers and sisters in Christ. And He said, no. He said, I will share with you, and you will share with others, and they will share with others. He said, I will share with you, and you will share with them. And he said, and they will share with others, and each and every one of you will start to see that golden ore and around y'all. And he said, and then mine will grow brighter and stronger than it's ever been before. And he said, his children, he told me, fear man not. He said, my children will be obedient to me. He said, and I wouldn't. He loves us so much, giving us all in the world. He said that we would be obedient to him. He said that, in other words, we would respect him and we will love him. And he said we would make a change. And if these billions upon billions of God's children that are suffering in the world today, because let's be honest, that's all, they weren't doing anything wrong. It was vitamin B the whole time. They should be told immediately. We should all stop being so judgmental. We pass judgment all the time for everything. And not only do we pass judgment, we pass punishment. We say things, maybe we see somebody with an old pool in the yard that's been there over the past couple of summers, and you know that mother and father have little kids running around. And, instead of saying something ugly about it, if you have the extra, why not pick up a little pool? Why not drop it off to them? Why not, love each other? We used to, if somebody's barn burnt down, we used to all pull together and help. If you see rivers and lakes, or you see trash, it's our world. If we don't clean it, we don't take care of it, we don't love each other, who's going to? Except for our Father. And if we don't protect him in each one's heart and make sure that everyone knows he is our creator, and thank God every day for all of his creations. To love God is to love each other. Forgive others. Forgive others for their trespasses against you. Really, truly forgive them, and you'll find this peace in your heart. And if you ever seen like when you were younger, maybe your parents' hot water heater went out and you flooded the basement or the hallway, and you had to stay at grandma's for a week, and grandma and them were fine, and then later on in life maybe something else happened, and grandma and grandpa were like, you heard them tell mom and dad, not this time. Go get a motel room for the week. You know why? It's peace, because that's how we grow. It's how we grow and we mature and we learn, and it's peace. And when you forgive somebody and you truly forgive them with all your heart, and you have that peace in your heart, and you realize really there are trespasses against you, just as we've all trespassed against one another. It's a part of us growing. We grow and we learn. And I told God that when I walked with him. He told me I was 777 years old, and he forgave me for all my sins, and I was going to go to heaven. And I was like, all right. He said, do you want to stay this way? And God had lifted me up higher and higher. He let me see my son in heaven. I asked him all kinds of questions, because you're in your purest form when you're with God. And anyways, I told him, I said, God, he let me feel the difference between heaven and earth. And it was beautiful, and heaven is gorgeous. And my son, he entered into heaven at 3 years old, and it just feels like you're at grandma's house. This is just a short journey. The rest of it is for eternity. So compare this towards eternity. There's no comparison. It's just a little bit. But I told God, I said, but in the world you got all these different emotions, and you don't have that there. But that's a part of us learning and growing. And I said, God, as beautiful as heaven is, and I can't wait to feel that peace too. I said, but I can. I said, you created this beautiful world for us, and I want to live, and I want to scrape my knees, and I want to learn. And I said, we learn from each other too. So let's show God we love him. Show him you love him. Forgive one another. Remember, that's a part of you growing. That's a part of them growing. And when you forgive, and later on, and they realize, and then, you make that phone call them, eat them, eat them, listen to me, meet them to go eat dinner or lunch, or, love each other and love God. And please help me continue to share, to stop transgressing against God by passing judgment and punishment. The blessing is tenfold. Thanks. God bless.